Did you know that in France, employees have the legal right to ignore work emails after hours? It's true. France's unique right to disconnect law limits companies from contacting employees outside of work hours, making it illegal for employers to expect replies after a certain time. In today's episode of Bizarre Regs, we'll explore how this groundbreaking law impacts companies like Meta and why it's causing waves around the world. So, what is the right to disconnect law all about? France introduced this law in 2017 to help workers reclaim their personal time and improve work-life balance. Under this law, employees can legally ignore work-related messages, calls, and emails outside of their scheduled hours. Companies with more than 50 employees are required to establish guidelines that clearly limit after-hours communication. This law was created to address the rise of always-on culture and prevent burnout, especially in industries that rely on constant digital communication. By enforcing these boundaries, the law aims to protect workers' mental health and personal time, something France takes seriously. For companies like Meta, which operates in an industry known for rapid response times, France's right to disconnect law presented a unique challenge. To comply, Meta had to adjust its internal policies, making sure that French employees weren't pressured to respond to messages or emails outside of working hours. Managers received training on respecting these boundaries, and automated responses were introduced to remind employees and clients of the disconnect policy. This law forced Meta and other large companies to rethink how they approach work culture, especially in countries with strong labor rights. Here's an interesting fact. France's right to disconnect law was one of the first of its kind in the world, and it's no surprise that other countries are watching closely. In recent years, Spain, Italy, and even parts of Canada have considered similar laws to protect workers' rights. But this law isn't without controversy. Supporters argue that it's a big win for work-life balance, reducing stress and improving mental health. On the other hand, critics say it could harm productivity and limit flexibility, especially in fast-paced industries where quick responses are key. Some worry that this law could make France less competitive globally by creating strict boundaries that don't fit with the demands of today's digital world. So, what does the future hold? As more countries begin to embrace remote work, there's growing interest in the right to disconnect. The law's impact on work culture has sparked conversations worldwide about the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing mental health. For Meta and other global companies, this might just be the beginning of a wave of new laws that put workers' rights front and center. With countries increasingly looking to France as a model, the right to disconnect law could inspire similar policies worldwide. Thanks for watching. If you found today's episode interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more strange laws and tech regulations. Have an opinion on after-hours emails? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This is Bizarre Regs, where we keep the world of work weird, one law at a time. See you next time.